We've been speculating. Maybe they won't show anything. I don't know. Generators, kicking things off, no pun intended. We have a few updates. A few updates to generators. More specifically, these changes target how generators are damaged by the killer and how their regression can be stopped by survivors. The goal of this update is to bring an end to excessively long matches, free gen scenarios in particular. It's very dangerous, as I said. It's very, very dangerous how they address this. They might do it in a good way, they could do it in a really bad way, or they could be doing it somewhere in between. It is really dangerous, I think. But let's see. At the same time, improve the killer's ability to damage generators. That's a good start, I'm saying that. Free gen scenarios are those where the killer aims to defend free gens that are close by in particular. Not always though. Like and it isn't you just thinking I'm gonna free gen. It's just you play the match, you can see it's starting to go kind of out of your favor, and you're like, okay, well these kind of free gens are close together, these 4 gens are close together. We'll start kind of getting a bit of pressure here so we can have a chance, kind of thing. It isn't always something you're thinking of doing from the very start. And does not participate in normal gameplay. Wait, what? Free gen scenarios are those where the killer aims to defend free generators that are close by in particular and does not participate in normal gameplay, not chasing the survivors. Are they on about someone who never chases? The reason why people didn't chase is because, ironically, even though the killer should be at his most strongest, or her most strongest, or whatever, with 3 gens really close together, because of the survivor's gen progression to the killer's gen regression, they still couldn't go for any chases. Because if they kicked a gen and then went for a chase, these 2 other survivors could just finish that gen by the time they get back. So that's why it happened. It's not that they didn't want to chase, it's just that they couldn't chase. Which is kind of obvious, right? In this instance, survivors are not able to make any meaningful progress to those generators. That's a lie. They do. They will always be able to break the free gen and fuck over the killer. It's just that the match will be extended massively. But that's a lie. Any meaningful progress, that's a lie. You win with Survivor. You just need a lot of patience, and it's not the most fun gameplay, but you do win with Survivor. They do their objective quicker. Going forward, each generator can only suffer from a maximum of 8 regression events. Shit, okay. Where a regression event is where a regression event is any time the killer or perks removes at least 2.5% of a generator's progress. Wow. Wow, imagine... Wait. Is this not a massive nerf to, like, Surge and shit? There might be more at the end, but Surge hits multiple gens. So, you do that, like, 2 or 3 times. All them gens can only now be kicked 5 times. I'd have to look back when I've used Surge to see how many times it actually hits the gens, and then to work out. But then you could do like pain resin to pop is 2 regressions, right? But I guess that is only on that 1 gen. I guess we'll see.
I only have 8 resubs left. Then my months will start regressing.
Mighty, thank you for the 59 months. At the same time, I want to address the quiet frustration with killers as well. So I was working on a generator. So I was working on a generator briefly to stop it regression or gen tapping in short. Given that number of regression events is now limited, stopping a generator from regressing is more meaningful than ever. To prevent survivors from tapping a generator to negate one of those regression events, we've made 2 changes. Okay. The base damage from kicking a generator has been increased to 5%. Okay. At least 5% of the generator's total charges must be repaired to stop regression. Otherwise, it'll begin regressing again when survivor stops repairing. Okay, well at least that's not like, fuck the killers. Like, they are actually thinking about how to address this where both sides don't feel like they're getting screwed. Though I will assume survivors probably feel they're getting screwed by this because it's not just killer getting fucked, right? It's both sides having something good and bad. That to me doesn't seem like actually a bad idea, ironically. First person fall, what the fuck? Oh, that's just the FOV thing. That's probably one of the better ways they could have gone about it, honestly. Like, they could have really fucked the game, messing with this, but this way isn't a bad idea, you know. I'll give them props on that. This will help ensure the killer always gets some value from kicking the generator and encourage survivors to think twice before attempting to stop the regression. So what happens if they try to regress and let... Oh, it'll begin regressing again. Okay. Yeah, this is interesting. This might be one of the best... Possibly one of the best changes they've done for a very long time. Allowing you to have more regression without having to always use perks is always going to be a plus. 5%. It's getting a bit more meaningful. It's still very, very little. It is still very, very little, but they are going in the right direction. Because what's 5%? So 10% would be 9 seconds, so 4.5 seconds. It's still ridiculously like small amount of regression. But it's going the right direction. I think they could have that number higher. If you only can hit a gen certain amount of times, I think they could have that higher. But at least it's going in the right direction anyway. So that's good to see. Yeah, 5%'s nothing. Like 10% would be fine. 9 seconds when you kick a gen, but you only can do it 9 times or 8 times, whatever. That seems like it's getting more to a level that I would be more happy with, because then you might not actually need to use gen defense perks, which you're pushing the game to a way more interesting state. But anyway, it's the right direction, so I only can give props for that. Though there will be loads of people who don't play killer and they'll be like, what the hell, that's impossible, now I can't do it. Like 4.5 seconds, that's ridiculous. But maybe they won't. But I don't know. I know kind of how people act. If it didn't just fucking the killer, just fucking the killer, it's a killer favored patch, right? Did they say overcharge failed skill checks count as regression event? A regression event is you kicking the gen. Or you mean they're missing a skill check from overcharge? I don't think it would be. But you would lose one of the kicks. You only get 8 per gen. This is definitely giving stuff to the survivor and the killer. This feels quite even with how they've done this, which is fucking rare to read, because usually it's just fuck the killer. I don't know about the 8 regression, like 8 times kicking the gen. I think 8 times is quite a lot, right? Like the only time you're kicking a gen 8 times. Yeah, but the thing what's really scary with it, I think this needs to be fucking 10% personally. And then I'd be more okay with this. Because once you've kicked it 8 times, you're fucked, right? That gen is going to get done. You can't do all about it. You can't pop it. You can't pain res it, you can't surge it, you can't overcharge it, you can't use anything on it. It's gonna get done. So for it to be that extreme, I would say this needs to be higher. But yeah, whatever. We'll see. FOV setting is Shadowborn permanently locked into one of your perk slots. Well, that's about to change thanks to the new first person field of view. Some of the update killers in first person will be able to adjust their FOV to something they're more comfortable with. Everyone will use this. When you get a competitive advantage, even though it's a party game and people aren't using reshape for competitive advantages, for example, bullshit. When you get a competitive advantage, which is actually given, people are all going to use it. So you're going to see everyone pretty much using this. I bet you all. I will be too. But I actually admit why I'm using something. Perks, which alter your FOV Shadowborn launch reviews, will need to be adjusted. We'll cover those later in different posts. Bear in mind, this option only applies to first-person field of view, therefore won't affect survivors. Since survivors play the game from third person, why the FOV? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If survivors got even higher FOV, like fucking hell, because they're already in third person. They already see stuff you don't see, and with the devs making the sound so you can't really hear them anymore, you can't even hear them. So you don't hear them, you don't see them, and they can see you. So yeah, I agree with this as well. Onryo, I don't know why they're touching Onryo. I guess people have said stuff, I don't know. A few months ago, we released a major update to Onryo, though some players were pleased with the changes. Many long-time Onryo mains felt her gameplay had changed too much from the killer they once loved. In this update, I want to revisit Sadako. They're calling us Onryo then Sadako. More to find a middle ground which appeals to all her players, old and new. So Condemned, in the last update, Condemned would spread to all survivors who were not holding a tape whenever Sadako projected to a TV. This allowed to spread the curse more often, yet did, but many felt this favoured teleporting as soon as possible rather than strategically during a chase. Right. We made a few changes in mind to restore this gameplay while keeping Condemned more prominent. So, when the Onryo teleports, survivors with a 16-meter overpowered TVs will receive a stack of Condemned. Right. It's not going to be map-wide. That's a huge nerf on that first part, right? Map-wide is obviously stronger than that. When the teleport cooldown has been removed... Oh, teleport cooldown's been removed so she could teleport more frequently. Okay. When a survivor is hooked, their current Condemned progress becomes locked in, preventing it from being removed. Interesting, okay. So you get stacks on them. Yeah, but they can still just grab the tape. Okay. This will make it very risky for survivors to ignore Sadako's curse. They get a stack of Condemned, don't they? So it isn't... Like, what did they give before? Was it like one third, or was it 2/3? It was something like that, I can't remember. Permanent stacks. Oh yeah, prevented from being removed ever, of course. I don't know why I didn't think that. Okay, well, that's interesting, right? It'll make it very risky for survivors to ignore the curse. Survivors will want to shut off nearby TVs and deposit their tapes before it's too late. Yeah, okay. It's an interesting idea. It's an interesting idea, I think. God, I wish they made this game about hooks, for fuck's sake. So the curse tapes. We've also reviewed the way curse tapes work. To bring back some of the fondly remembered behaviour. So curse tapes no longer protect survivors from gaining Condemned, right? Curse tapes are no longer destroyed or inflict Condemned when a survivor's hit. Okay. Curse tapes can only be deposited in the furthest TV from where they were picked up, right? This will once again force survivors to spend time crossing the map in order to delay the curse, right? But there's still the issue of when they're holding a tape and they right at the TV and you hit them, they could just put the tape in on your recovery, which I think is really strange still. I don't know if I like that. Obviously you can have save best for last, but that's getting nerfed as well, isn't it? Which will probably die maybe, I don't know. But yeah, it's interesting so far. They have gone back a bit with the old demanifested. The previous update made it so that Onryo couldn't start a chase while demanifested. This had the side effect of making it very obvious when she demanifested in the chase, allowing survivors to anticipate the wind play around it. Okay. Is there anything to play around though? She doesn't move quicker or anything. What is there to play around? Right? When she demanifested or when she's manifested, there's no difference other than she don't get stunned. But she still needs to break the pallet anyway. So what are you playing around? I don't know. Don't know. Additionally, many pointed out the Sadako's changed add-ons. Reiko's watch was very fun to use. Rather than add the effect back onto the add-on, we instead incorporated it into a base kit to make the add-ons feel less essential. Yeah, it would be nice add-ons not feeling so essential. There's a lot of killers who feel that way, in my opinion. The duration of invisibility while demanifested has been increased to 1.2 seconds. It was 1 second. Okay. Add-ons. With all these in mind, we've reviewed a handful of their add-ons, which will no longer have purpose or promoted strongly disliked playstyles. Interesting. Okay, well, it's interesting, right? She's going to be a weird one. How are you going to be able to tell? You don't see the stacks on people, do you? So you're going to have to kind of work out who's on what stacks and shit. We're quite confusing. Interesting. Hillbilly. Oh, watch out, Survivor. It looks like someone unwrapped a brand new chainsaw. It's a Hillbilly. Is it a turn for an update? Overdrive. The controversial overdrive mechanic no one asked for out of nowhere is no more. Overdrive is the new talk of the town. As the Hillbilly uses chainsaw, it will generate heat like before. But when the heat meter is full, not only will he continue being able to use it, but his chainsaw will kick into overdrive and gain the following effects for the next 20 seconds. Chainsaw charge speed is 5%. Sprint movement speed. Chainsaw sprint movement speed goes really fast. And chainsaw sprint cooldowns are reduced by 10%. Huh. So they're trying to get the curve back then, right? And get people going for curve billet. It's weird that they got rid of that. It was really strange. Clean up at the same time, we made some general improvements to Hillbilly's kit and smoothed out some of the rougher edges. The base chainsaw sprint movement speed has been... have they lowered his volume? Is what I would like to know, because the volume really hurts your ears. But I bet they haven't, right? Movement speed has been increased by 10%. Base... Holy crap. Wait. What was the dual engravings? If I do... No, wait. The yellow was 10. And what was the green? $20. That's crazy. So it's like yellow for free. And then you also get 5. Oh wait, so speed, sorry. Wait, now they're saying fucking MS. I don't know what this and this adds up to, but this potentially could just be like him using them add-ons, which is kind of crazy. Billy's good now. Yeah, he sounds like it, man. But I can't use him still because he literally, like, he's the era of tinnitus. He's going to give everyone tinnitus. Reduce the size of the chainsaw collision detection as well. Wow. Camera sensitivity no longer incorrectly tied to the controller sensitivity setting while using a mouse and keyboard. Chainsaw controls are now equal to 100% sensitivity before. Interesting. Last but not least, we've done a pass on the Hillbillies add-ons with these changes in mind. But it'll be live for more details on the public test. Okay. Billy's looking like he's gonna be good. And then the Blight. So this is where they fuck Blight, right? Or potentially. So Blighted Rat and Blighted Crow they're messing with, okay. Add-ons were fairly strong. They were 4 and 6%. Now they're 2 and 3. 2 times slower, okay. On both of them. I'm getting hiccups now. It's because I've got like I need to clear my throat, but it gives me hiccups when I do it sometimes. Adrenaline Vial. This is the one everyone bitched about. This add-on has a lot going on, making the jack of all trades. It's to simpliate and bring it closer in line with other options. We're removing the following effects. So it no longer decreases time to recharge a rush token by 1 second, and it no longer increases rush speed by 10%. The add-on now does the following. So it increases the maximum rush tokens by 2, increases the maximum look angle by 20 degrees. I don't actually get the point of that. and decreases rush turn rate by 55%. Fuck's sake. I can get rid of it. I need to hold my breath though. See if that works. If it don't, I might need to hold my breath randomly through this. It's because I've got a frog in my throat. I'm trying to get it. It gives me hiccups when I do it. So Alchemist Ring, that's the really strong one. Reworked it completely. Increases rush duration by 20% for each consecutive rush. Rush duration? That's still quite good, I think. Not as good, obviously, but... Duration. You could go, like, full map with this shit, couldn't you? Well, you already can, though. I don't think people will use it, because there's other stuff to use, but, yeah. Compound 33, this was really strong, too. Reduces survivor's movement speed, acts way too similarly to increasing Blight's rush speed. We decided the best course of action to give this add-on a new effect. So each consecutive rush, which is longer than 4 meters, increases turn rate by 33%. This is an URE. Okay, see how that works. Iridescent Blight Tag. This add-on can also be extremely powerful. Can it? Not really. Not really. I wouldn't say this is the more powerful one. They could have probably left this. Right? I think they could have left this personally. We've given this add-on a brand new effect as well. Oh wait, awkward. Repeatedly slamming into a wall to take advantage of the effects of the last rush. Yeah, but they have so much time to get away when you do that. We're giving this add-on a brand new effect as well. So, enables rush to be formed without spending tokens. Okay. Rush bonuses are capped after 3. Blighted Corruption goes on cooldown for 20 seconds after a successful lethal rush attack. Okay, that's still quite strong. That might be stronger than what it was. The only downside is that 20 seconds, and that's where you're a mouse 1. So is it worth being a mouse 1 for 20 seconds? I'm not sure. You don't get it. It's basically he can use his ability whenever he wants, but only 3 times, so when he can bounce, 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 and that's it. But you can use it whenever. So you can just do that, and then do it, and then do it, and then do it, and just keep doing that, which sounds like it'd be quite fun. But when you do eventually hit someone, you can't do it for 20 seconds. Which isn't fun. But it seems like it'll be quite strong still. I think that might actually be stronger than its old version. Perk updates. Oh shit, this is what I'm scared about. Oh shit. Oh no. Yeah, this is bad, isn't it? I just skim read it. So, Perk indirectly became stronger when the successful basic attack cooldown was reduced. Nah, it wasn't that. Certain killers can also circumvent the downside by using their special attack to injure the obsession. That's true, yeah. To tone down, oh, that's really bad. Well, that might be ripped to save the best and rapid, because I don't know why you'd use rapid by itself. So them two might die. So each token grants a stackable 4%, which was, it used to be 5. So overall, you're losing 4%. No, worse. 8%. You're losing 8%, right? And then also, 2 tokens are lost when the obsession loses health. And it's by any means as well. So, if you're trying to circumvent it with your power, to just injure them or whatever, even down them, it still will make you lose tokens. So I think Save Best Last is dead, personally. I think that's dead. You just didn't worth it. You're gonna probably on average maybe have 3 stacks, which is 12% decreased instead of 15. Like they've nerfed it way too much. So obsession, it takes 2. Wait, was it 2 tokens anyway? It was 2 tokens anyway, though, weren't it? So at least it didn't change the tokens. But it's how you can't negate it anymore. Maybe I'm being extreme. He might not be dead. They haven't. For some reason I thought they doubled the tokens as well, but they haven't. Like losing 4. It's not as bad as what it could have been. It's not as bad as what it could have been. I thought it was 4 for some reason. This way, you can't negate the obsession is rough, though. Because it gives Survivor, like, the control. I guess TBA, we'll have a look. I'll still try it and see if it still feels the same. But it's weaker. And the Survivor has more control over how it goes. Which I don't like. I don't like when the Survivor's control over your perk. What it really means is the killers where you could save them, you can't anymore. Yeah. Yeah, it does. But I have been using it on killers that you can't do that, and you can still ignore the obsession. But the scary thing is, if it still works, I think the devs will make it where it's like 4 tokens are lost. But we'll see. It's not as bad as what it could have been. It's not as bad as what it could have been. I thought it was 4 tokens when I read that for some reason. The only thing they've changed is they've made it... This could... it is a bit impactful as well, even though it's 1%. That 1% could be the difference of them getting to a pallet and not, though. We'll have to see. Grim Embrace, trash perk, in my opinion. It blocks generators for a substantial duration. Not really. However, it only activates once and requires the killer to hook every survivor once, which is insane. Therefore, we're adding a secondary effect on top of the existing effect. The first time a survivor is hooked, all generators are blocked for 12 seconds once the killer moves at least 16 meters from the hook. This will ensure the killer is always able to get some value out of the perk, even if the last elusive survivor manages to evade them, and reward the killer who switch targets. Brasilis, thank you for the 23 months. The 23 Exy months. Appreciate it, man. So it's a bit like Thrilling Tremors almost, which is kind of a shit perk. But this pushes them off. 12 seconds. Dunno. I don't know if I'd still use it. Quick Gambit. This perk grants other survivors a repair speed boost when you're being chased nearby. However, its range is really... Shit. Okay, they've made at least its repair speed bonus less, though. So 36 meters. Could you class 36 meters as nearby? I don't know if that's chase nearby. Is it 36 meters? How far is that? You know how I feel about repair speed stuff. I don't think it's good. Hex Ruin. Yeah, it's still a Hex though. This is the thing. Like the nerf to Hex was so fucking strange. Like it's a Hex still. We toned this perk down in previous update in retrospect since the perk had already been disabled by being cleansed. Yeah, and they spawn on it sometimes. The added activation condition did not feel necessary. Yeah, it was overkill. You literally killed the perk. So Ruin is no longer disabled once a survivor is killed or sacrificed. It's still a Hex. What if I survive a chapter gen 8 times with Ruin? You're right. Can you not... Will you not be able to kick any gen? If Ruin's active and 3 people are on 3 separate gens, they let go and then they go back on, is that you kicking the gen? Yeah, it needs to be 2.5%, doesn't it? Oof. I don't know. It's still massively just... It's a hex, and I still don't know if it does enough. With the FOV slider being introduced, Shadowborn is now obsolete, and his new effect. When blinded by any means... Oh, shit! Damn! That's solid, I reckon. 10% haste for 10 seconds from being blinded. How long does it take to destroy a pallet? True, a lot of blinds are at pallets. I think it's like 2.5 seconds, right? .3. Oh yeah, they took like 0.2 second off stuff and were like, there we go, massive buff. They didn't do shit. Is it 2.3 now? .5 seconds, 10% speed. That might not be bad, guys. Catching up to survivors before they get to loops is one of the most important things in DBD. That's why Blight's so good. People don't realize that's why Blight's so good. Well, some people do, obviously, but not everyone does. Blight's really good because he catches you before you get to the next loop. A lot of the time they blind you. They'll be trying to run to the next loop or like... That might not be bad, you know. That might actually not be bad. Very interesting. Likewise, the FOV altering effects of monitoring abuse are now unnecessary, considering the added FOV slider. Monitoring abuse allows for some interesting niche playstyles as it is. We've simply removed the FOV adjustments from the perk and left the terror radius effects unchanged. So monitoring abuse is just the same. It's not very exciting. But yeah, I guess. Even 6% haste is good. This is like tier... Like 10% for let's say 7 seconds is like going straight to Bloodlust level 2. Like, it's kind of solid. It's 2 stacks to play with your food. And you only can get 3. Like, 10% solid, man. If this were 5%, then I'd be like, eh. But 10%, moving at 120%. You could use Brutal with it too. So you catch up even faster. This would actually probably have a good... it'd have good synergy with Brutal. Ormond gameplay update. The newly renovated Mount Ormond resort is open, blah, blah, blah. The front of the lodge currently has a long row of rocks stretching across it. This can get in the way and make it difficult to reverse the map. Yeah, it can waste a lot of time, 100%, and the survivors can look over it. Additionally, there's no room in this portion of the map for any windows or pallets, essentially making it a big dead zone. Oh, I thought they were doing it for killer for some reason. We're given this portion of the map an overhaul to create more interesting gameplay. Okay. Why don't they show it? Or are they showing it? Because it just looks empty. The back of the lodge, meanwhile, is comprised of mostly picnic tables, great for enjoying a meal in the prisoner's call, but not very impactful when it comes to gameplay. Pallets around these tables are fairly short. Oh, they're making, oh, fuck's sake. They're making stronger loops. Fuck. So, in other words, you won't be able to mind game them. Well, we'll see, but I'm not optimistic with that. Game modifiers. Whilst these will not be in the upcoming PTB, our first limited time modifier, Dead by Daylight Lights Out, will be available to play in the coming months. Stay tuned for more information. Lights Out. Okay. Well, there you go. That weren't too bad, man. That weren't too bad, seriously. The free gen thing I was most worried about. That's probably one of this should be 10% though, in my opinion. But it's going the right direction. But it should be 10%. 10% is 9 seconds. 9 seconds and you kick it 8 times is well, 18 seconds off 90. 72. So you take 72 seconds off. Ruin's still not... There's no point using Ruin, I don't think. It's a hex. But yeah, like, this is... We didn't think of this. Like, we were thinking of different things, and the things we thought of would have been really bad. This is way better. This is a good idea. I'll always give props when I can see a good idea, but this should be 10%. Or at least 7.5. Kind of hit it back in between. I think 5's too low for how impactful that can potentially be. FOV's always good. Everyone's going to use that. I'm going to obviously tell you I'm using it for a competitive advantage. Other people say whatever. Obviously, it can be for accessibility as well. Onryo sounds kind of interesting as well. Hillbilly, potentially the best version he's ever been, ironically. Blight, some of these don't seem too crazy, honestly. Like, it still looks like it's going to be quite strong. Save the best for last. It's just making killers who could, like, circumvent it weaker with save the best for last. So it might not be too bad. Great Embrace still looks pointless. Quick Gambit, I don't like repair speed stuff. This is probably still pointless. Shadowbone sounds interesting. Monitor's just the same. And making Almond stronger in places, which I'm not a fan of because I think Almond's kind of a bad map for killer, personally. But there you go. That's all the notes, guys. That was a long one, but there were a lot to unpack. So what did we see? The Refrigen nerf. There we go. Cool. That was a good little read through. Right. What do you think, guys? You think the game is more balanced? You just think Ruin needs to be at least 150? They buffed Almond for survivors. Yeah, the Almond thing I'm not too happy with. Like, that loop, yeah. I know which one they're on about. It was more favorable for killer, but like some loops should be, if like I ideally you want every loop to be fair for both sides, but because there's so many unfair loops for the survivors, there should be some for the killer, no? At least one. I think there's like 2 on that whole map. There's the picnic one, and then the one inside the building, and that's it. All the rest are more catered towards survivor. They're like 60% survivor, and then some of them like 80, 90, even 100% god pallets. So I don't know. Gem regression stuff seems a bit interesting. Shame they nerfed save best class killers. That was struggling already. It's not as bad as it could have been, guys. It's not as bad as it could have been. The Rockefellers are pretty easy to win as killer. Depends how good the survivors are, man. And you can join them as well. Like, if you get 2 of them down with 2 different pallets, you can rotate to them, and then you're pretty much never getting them. Maybe with Bloodlust, but if you're having to Bloodlust to get people all the time, you're gonna lose. Billy's backing down.
Time to save the day again.
Dolphin Shadowborn will be that good. 1, you need a team with at least 1 flashlight. Well, of course, you'd only equipped it with a flashlight. 2, you need to chase exactly that 1. You'll be blinded. The blinded I don't care about, though. I can hear them when I'm blinded. You'll see when I use Shadowbone on someone with a flashlight that I'll hit them like 9 out of 10 times now. Yeah, but Billy's... I won't be able to play Billy unless I turn like the volume massively down, because they won't... They won't, what is it? They won't change his volume of his chain, so I know they won't. They'll just have it where it's just stupid loud. Billy has an add-on that decreases sound. Yeah. You shouldn't have to use an add-on to decrease his sound. You know, the killer perk meta is a mess when people are considering using Ruin. I don't think anyone's going to use Ruin. It's a hex. It doesn't do enough for a hex. You have to compare it to other hexes, like Devour, or what is it? What other ones? I guess Huntress Lullaby's kind of shitter, but no one uses that. Like Noed. I thought I heard him. Alright, so Wraith, we're fucked. Solarverse Wraith, we're fucked. I said that last time when we won, but he went chasing me and he didn't use strategy near the end. So it worked out. If you use a strategy, we're fucked, I should say. Alright, he got rid of that. Is it going to come back? Yeah, he is. He has Tinkerer. Or maybe he don't. He has something. Does he have that thing where you don't have any terror radius? Wait, oh, he does. He has a... Is it Beast? It's something. Serpent? It's one of them brown add-ons. I think. There he is. Hit her again.
If I let go of a gen and let Ruin apply, that's a gen regression event. Couldn't I just let it regress quickly 8 times and then continue the gen without any consequences?
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Is regression event literally a kick only?
No. It's not a kick only. Thankfully, they only mess with Blight's add-ons.
Thankfully, they only messed with Blight's
It's not that bad. It could have been way worse. I was very scared about the free gen, and the way they've done it actually shows some understanding. So that's good. It's good to see, because they do so much stupid shit. It's nice to see that. I think that makes sense what they're doing. Oh, oppression. Whoops. I wondered why. Yeah, something fell off with that. Damn, I wanted to go in there. No, never mind. Ruin is not 2.5% in an instant, no. Ruin slow the regressor gens. Well, there you go. Why did she run away from the pallet? God damn it, he's gonna hook her there. He didn't. He's not too strategic, this guy. There might be a chance. If he hooked her there, that would have been really bad for us. But it's not that strategic. It's a bit, but not as much as it could be. Strategic wraiths are really hard to beat solo. I might need to go for the serve. One's on a hex. Oh, god damn it. Oh, that's why everyone's taking forever. They're all fucking healing because of sloppy. That might be enough then. Number 3, why was he on a fucking totem? I don't get why number 3 were on a totem. I'm in a dead zone here. Shit. Oh wait, we got pallets my far right. She can be on that hook for a while. Gotta watch out with your oppression as well. Not sure what she's doing. Oh. Well, sandbag. Cool. I could have ran to there, but obviously I couldn't if she's in front of me. What was she doing? Why was she waiting so long? Get rid of the regression. You don't need to waste time healing me. I ain't even been hooked. Yeah, look, it's the solos kind of Achilles heel, man, I swear. Sloppy Butcher. They continually heal. That's the thing. They didn't talk about Sloppy Butcher, did they? I'm gonna try and find Meg. Because that's the last gen. Oh, Meg's got chased. No, never mind. He went to body blocker, nice. That's good. He's probably going to still go for number 4. He's lost distance on number 4 though. But she's in deep wound, which is bad. It means that she won't be able to adrenaline. She did have adrenaline too. She got out of deep wound. He had adrenaline as well. Oh, it's over there. Okay. Wait. Oh, he has Noah as well. I'm in a dead zone. I really hope it don't come here. Okay, good. Nice, he found totem. Very good. That guy found the totem. If I heal, we should be alright. He's going after number 3. He's back there. He got him. And the other guy opened the thing. Though if the other guy heals, this probably could be a free escape, maybe. They're all healing. They're at the other side of the map. Let's see. He is quite far away. There she is. She didn't heal. I need to get the Meg. I need to heal you, Meg. Okay, well, yeah, I guess screw him. The Wraith's here. Weird. We could have healed and potentially got him, but she wanted to leave. Doo-doo-doo. The Ghost, that's the one. I knew it was one of these, I just couldn't remember its name. Yeah, I was right.